Alright, welcome guys to this tutorial on how to make an animated character for Mario Kart Wii. I should have probably done this a very long time ago, but I just, one, didn't have an HD PVR to hook my laptop to so I can record my laptop, and two, I just didn't really have the time way back in the day. Anyways, let's get started. First thing you're going to want to do is to export the driver model.ses to, because that's the only way it can be opened through, well, it can be opened as an SES through Brawlbox, but it can't be in any way saved as an SES. So we export the driver model. Now let's go to this, and open up the driver model.scs. Then you want to go to 3D models, right click on model and click export. Make sure you change this to DAE, and it has to be Brawlbox 0.67. It can't be 67B because after import there's a lot of things you have to do that 67 has but not 67B. Anyways, we'll get there. So you save it as a DAE, and I don't know if this does anything different, but I usually just export weighted normals. Anyways, then you go to 3ds Max and you go to import, and then find your character that you just made or exported, and ask for DAE. Huh. Thought I saved as a DAE. Oh. Saved in the wrong spot, but it don't matter. There we go. Now this comes up. Make sure you have everything like this. I'm going slow so it doesn't, so you won't miss anything, and if I am still going too fast, then you can pause the video. Anyways, make sure you change the file units converted to from inches to centimeters. There we go. And press OK. If you get this warning, it's fine. It doesn't do anything wrong. Just push OK and your model will show up. Anyways, I usually maximize my viewpoint, and you can tell that I'm doing Yoshi. And then you import whatever model you're going to put on top of Yoshi. I gotta remember where I put mine. I might not even use the one that I was going to use. There it is. Anyways, here you do the same thing, and since it has all that, it's just push OK. But as you can see, it's really small. Anyways, resize it to first you gotta go to here, list all the things, and make sure you select all the ones that aren't of the Mario Kart Wii model. Make sure you select every single one of them like this, and then you gotta delete those. And then once you've done that, select both polygons in your model. Let me zoom out a bit. And then click this, because that'll let you resize. And you're going to need to resize it to be able to fit on the model. Anyways, kind of like this, but I'll fix it real quick. It's a bit too big. And as you can tell, it's just about right. I mean, there's not much that I can else do to it. I'll size it a little bit wider so it can fit on the and then I'm gonna make it a bit taller, or taller like this, but I gotta make sure I can move it down to where both the models are pretty much like that. Anyways, after that you take the polygons from the Yoshi model, which are these, or whichever Mario Kart Wii character you do's model, and you delete them. That's just what you do. And now you import the textures, which I'll see you guys in a bit because I have to do something real quick on since if I try to import without running as administrator on my 3DS Max, it'll actually crash. So I'm gonna have to save this and then open it up again. Oops. And there we go. And then I'll close out and I'll see you guys when I get back here. Alright, we're back and I'm gonna open this now. See? Now I gotta locate the PNG files, which you can go through this. And I gotta remember where I put them. I gotta try to find them first. I'll see you guys when I find them. Alright, we are back. And I'm gonna now put the textures on them. I've had to export the textures again. And now, I know I just put them in here. There we are. And as you can tell, there we go. Anyways, now it's time to put the bones where the model is. In other words, we have to take all the take the bones like this one, and you can rotate them but not move or resize them. Rotate them like this. Try to put it in the right spot for the model, or get as close as you can get. As you can see, and then There we go. Now select both of your polygons and after that you now go to modifiers, animation, skin. What does that do? It makes it to where the bones will be able to move the model. Anyways, let's add all the bones like this, and then here's the tedious part. Now you have to rig the model, which is make sure that the right bone is moving the right thing. Which the best thing to do is press the Alt button and then push the X button to make it to where the model goes invisible. And what you do is you pick a bone and try to get it to where the bone's moving the right spot. Like you can see that the part of the arm that is the first part of the arm, like the shoulder area, that's right now being put to move like the back area in this model. So you select vertices in the little in this, and then make sure you can get some of them, and then you click the weight tool. Then you click this one to weight the vertices to the bone. And then you do this for every bone on the body that you need to put on it. Anyways, I'll see you guys back in a bit. I'm going to just open my finished rigged model right now. Okay. Alright. We're back. I know this model is not textured yet. I'll texture it now. For some reason the eyes are... Oh, there they are. Take the eye and put it there. Or is it just not going to texture? Oh, I guess it's that it's not out of this. There we go. Alright. And I'll show you. This isn't a perfect rig, I know, but it's good enough for tutorial purposes. But select edit envelopes, and as you can tell, well, let me show you a better spot. Then the spin's supposed to be the back, arm 1, arm 2, then the wrist. And do it for all the bones like this. I don't feel like messing with those, but the tail, done. So once you have done your model, you can go to that, export, and pick a spot for the model to go to. Alright. And I'll put it in here. Now if you're using like 3ds Max 2011, 2012, and I believe 2013, you have to first export it as an FBX and then use FBX converter to convert it to a DAE. But I have 2010, so I can just convert it to DAE. There we go. Now again, I'm going to go slow on this so you can see the what you should do. And you also do use inches in this. Alright. The model exported. So now we go back to the driver model, and you replace the model with the one that you just rigged, which is, for me, it is this one. And you check all these force floats, and then you change it to stage/item. Now after that, let me just add the textures right now. Yeah, it's not a wondrous look on the grow vial, but oh well. Anyways, for the textures, you import texture. I'm not going to resize these textures right now, but it's ideal to have them like Mario Kart Wii's texture sizes, and make sure that this image format is CMPR. Otherwise the textures won't work. And let's do it for the other texture. And like I said, this one's gonna be like smaller. Anyways, now that that's done, go to the model, change unknown 1 to 2, change version to 11, and let me check something real quick, because I have Shadow Luigi typed up something for me right here. Now you and then you change unknown 5 to 1. Then you change the materials, which, let's start off from the top. You change C0 enums 3 to 3. Then let's get the let me reopen the old driver model real quick. I just have to find out where I saved it again. I don't think it's saved here, but that works. Take the shaders and export them to Yoshi. Well, I'm doing this. Oh, I saved him already over there, but save it right here. Save it with your other stuff, and that way now you replace these shaders with this. And since there's, and then you change this active shader stages to 3. And then you change enable alpha function to false, light set to 0. Then you change KREG 3 color, the alpha, which is the A, to 255. Then you do the same thing for the other one. Otherwise, the other one's just is going to have it to where it looks weird. And anyways, I believe that's all of it. Oh, I got to change the enable alpha function to false. Now it should be okay. Now change, since this is the first one, add two new references. Change this one to change it to IM 0, and then change this one to IM 1, and you change these both to true. Make sure that the text 4 or UNK4 is 1. And then from UWrap mode, change it to clamp, linear. Make sure this is STQ, ABC1. This one's going to be normals, and this one's true. And do the same thing for this one. Oops. Make sure everything's right, and then go to the colors, and then change this to be basically the reverse. And that should be okay. But since the textures aren't the right size, there's a possibility that these might not work. That the textures won't work, at least. Anyways, now after you do all that, you save, and then you exit. I already saved. And then go to SZS Explorer, and then go to the driver model, replace it with this driver model, save it, and close. And let me put the this into a different folder so that I can actually put it in the game. Yeah. And let me get it to paste. Alright, now since that's all done, we can I guess I'll see you guys whenever we get to the actual game. Alright, we're back, and I'll show you that this does work. It does have plastic look to it, but at least it works. As you can tell, its legs are a bit wonky because it's like its legs are a bit fat for Yoshi. Anyways, sorry if the TV's loud. I'll turn it down. Anyways, as you can tell, it worked. It's just that the legs are a bit weird. And I still haven't gotten the plastic look away from it yet, or look away from the model so far. But at least it works. It should look something like that instead of plasticky. But the stars should work on it at least. Anyways, as you can tell, it does move. And my BRSAR is kind of messing up a bit. I don't know why, but anyways, this has been Brian, and I'll see you guys next time.